In this module, we are going to talk about cross-border flows of products, services, and capital. International trade comprises of all commercial transactions that take place across the national borders of two or more countries. International transactions involve governments and private companies. Cross-border trade takes place and around the world, in all around the world. International transfer of goods, services, technology, knowledge, and capital to different countries. International exports and imports. In this international trade, there is one more trade is going on that is strange, that education has become an industry in the contemporary global politics. The countries which are propagated with more or better education system, they convince the students of developing world that because of their better education system, they're supposed to come and have education from those countries. And students from developing world are going in large number to have education from those developed part of the world. Not even the developed part of the world, Turkey, Malaysia, China are also convincing people that their education system is better. So they are having more clients instead of students in the form of education industry. That I believe should be considered as one of the cross-border flows of products, services, and capital. Issuing license to produce goods in the host country, joint ventures with transnational corporations, producing and distributing goods in the host country, providing technical and managerial services to the host countries. Owing to these technological sophistications, it has become very easier for the traders, for the importers, for the exporters, that how they can get more information about any product, whatever, wherever it is lying in any part of the world. They can have an access, they can know the specification of that product, and they can buy or they can reject it. Here are the features of this cross-border flows of products. Large-scale economic operations, integration of global economies, domination of economically powerful countries, domination of multinational corporations, higher economic growth of participating countries, keen competition, significance of technology. The competitors in this technologically advanced global business world, the countries which are more powerful, they are taking the advantages of all these multinational corporations and this cross-border flows of trade. Goods are firstly sold in the local market, then surplus goods are exported to other countries. Finance is used from the country and labor from another country. Product is designed in one country and its parts are manufactured and assembled in many other countries. Eventually, products are sold in the international market. In this globalization world, we all know that things are being made in another country while it is being manufactured in another country. For example, Apple is made in America, but it is manufactured in China, in Malaysia, in different other parts of the world. So this is how this globalized economic market is working with multidimensional approaches. International trade is dominated by the developing countries. Multinational corporations of United States, Europe, and Japan control the foreign trade. Great powers have large financial resources, best technology, research and development, and highly skilled employees. Good quality products and services are available at low prices, which enable these nations to dominate the global market. as I mentioned in my previous slides and modules, that powerful countries concentrate the skillful social capital in their countries, and then that social capital work for the development of the economies of the developed world.